Hello everyone, I'm Anna Vanila. Please feel welcomed on my channel Anna Vanila Arts, and like always I enjoy doing crafts and all type of crafts like drawing, painting, knitting, crocheting, knotting and all sorts of other things. In this video I would like to show you a beautiful hat, the pattern for the beautiful hat, which is in grey color tone like this one. Needles number 6. The yarn is cotton yarn, cotton grey yarn. 64 loops, 64 stitches on my needles for this hat, and it's very easy and very simple to do. It would be very good for beginners as a training session. It will be fantastic to do. So if you're a beginner, this pattern is definitely easy enough for you. So what we need to do is we take the first loop and we transfer it onto the right needle, and we knit 2 front stitches. 1, 2, 2 front stitches. The next 2 we knit 2 purl stitches. 1, 2 purl stitches. Then again 1, 2 front stitches, 2 purl stitches, 1, 2 purl stitches, 2 front stitches, 2 purl stitches, and we knit the same way until the end of this row. The first we always transfer it onto the needle, the first loop we never ever knit, and the last loop we always knit it in the purl stitch. But we repeat the same thing, 2 front stitches and 2 purl stitches all the way through this row. So the first row is like so. Now we are doing the second row. The second row it's nearly the same but slightly different. So the first loop we transfer it onto the right needle, and we see 2 purl stitches. We knit 2 purl stitches because we see 2 purl stitches underneath. We see 2 front stitches. We knit 2 front stitches. We see 2 purl stitches, 2 front stitches, 2 purl stitches, 2 front stitches, and this is how we knit until the end of this row. We basically follow what we actually see. So if you see a purl stitch, you knit the purl stitch. If you see a front stitch, you knit the front stitch. And we knit like this until the end of this row. Now it is time to knit row number 3. So we put the loop onto the right needle like so. So what we need to do, we see in this row 2 front stitches, means we need to change them to 2 purl stitches. 1, 2 purl stitches. We see 2 front stitches, 2 purl stitches. We knit them with a front stitch, 2 with a front stitch. We see front stitch means we knit it with a purl stitch. We see 2 purl stitches, we knit it with a front stitch. So basically we knit in reverse. So we just make the opposite of what we see, and then we repeat everything from the first row to the second row, and then we repeat all over again. And this is it. This is the pattern for this hat, for this wonderfully simply hat. This is the finished hat. As you can see, it's lovely. This gray color just brings this wonderful pattern out. It's like it accentuates nicely, it looks nice. This is the back stitch, which you barely can notice, and I thought I'm going to show you how I can hide the last thread, the last yarn, through the braids. So I just use a needle like so. It's a plastic needle in neon green, which you can buy even on eBay. Plenty of them. You can buy them for a very good price, and it's especially made for sewing knitted garments. So what you do, you follow this braid, can I say it as a braid or plait, and you just hide it like so through them. So basically you go down around these braids like so. I make a knot to make sure, even with a lot of washing and wearing, it does not unravel. So let's tie it up, and then we just continue going down through this braid to hide the yarn like so. And now we don't need this needle. Now we have to cut the excess, and here it is, the finished hat. As you can see, it's a finished hat. It is very pretty. As you can see, this is the lowest, the border of the hat, which I've knitted only with front stitches on the front side and on the back side, also with the front stitches, and you get sort of like a purl effect bottom. But then I started to do the pattern which I showed you, and I've done the crown, which is easy to do. You just close from 2 loops, you make 1 loop and so on until you've got only a couple of, just a few loops to close it, and then you just stitch it at the back like so. You stitch it in here, which I did. I usually stitch on the front to make sure it's even and beautiful enough and not that noticeable. And as you can see, this is the plait at the back where we've hidden the yarn. It's stretchy, the hat is stretchy. It's especially made for summertime because it's a cotton knit. It's made of cotton, so 100% cotton, so it is for cooler days in the summer, so it's straightly good for this season at the moment, when sometimes it's windy, sometimes it's warmer. But a hat like this would just keep you terrific and not too sweaty, not too cold, but just fine. And let's check it out how it will going to look on my mannequin. Let's see. It looks fantastic actually. Wow. You can see it covers the ears. It's slightly open work because we've used needles number 6, which are quite big, so it creates sort of like tiny gaps for airflow. And you can see it covers the forehead nicely. It covers the ears beautifully. This is the stitch at the back, which you can't notice very much. It's nearly invisible. And this is the crown, which I've made a bit larger, a bit bigger, because I usually make some sort of updos on with my hair, so I have space in my hat for holding my hair. And as you can see, it's lovely. My mannequin is very beautiful at the moment with this hat. And I hope you like this hat enough to make one for yourself. And for this, I wish you good luck. And please subscribe and leave the comments below. What would you like for me to do next? It will be fantastic if you tell me your wishes. And hopefully you're going to leave likes on my channel as well. So see you soon. Bye bye.